Hey y'all, it's your girl Porsche 911 and I'm back. So I was supposed to be doing chapter 4 of The Artist Way, right? And I stopped. I ghosted it. This is what we're doing the artist way. I ghosted it, y'all. So I'm coming forward and I'm holding myself accountable. So chapter 4 was about recovering a sense of integrity. And although I ghosted this chapter, right, there have been a lot of things going on. Like, I'm not going to say I completely ghosted my healing journey and my journey to just working towards my goal, because I did not. And I'm going to tell y'all, what I had been going through, because it was a lot. A lot had got shaken up during that time, and it threw me off. I'm not going to lie. Could I have kept going? I could have, but I didn't. But I'm just saying, I'm just holding myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. I'm just a girl. I'm just a human, okay? So basically what this chapter was about, here are just some notes that I wrote down that really resonated with me. So it talked a lot about growing pains. And I think I channeled like songs. So the song that I heard was Everybody Loves the Sunshine. So it was like everybody loves when it's sunny outside and everybody's happy, but nobody really wants to talk about when it's raining and, when you're getting hurt, or people don't want to be there around with you when things aren't going so good. I also wrote that it hurts shedding the old you, because also while I was going through these things and I was ghosting chapter 4, it was I was having like a battle. It felt like a battle I was having with my old self, and she was putting up a hell of a fight. Meaning, I know I'm changing into this new person, and I know I have to release some ways about myself if I want to go to the next level. So that's why I'm saying my old self was putting up a good fight during this time, okay? I also wrote down, because she says this in chapter 4, most people tend to neglect or abandon the pages whenever an unpleasant piece of clarity is about to emerge. And that's exactly what happened. I'm going to get to that in a second, though. I just want to write my notes that I had jotted down. One of the clearest signs that something healthy is afoot is the impulse to weed out, sort through, and discard old clothes, papers, and belongings. So I have been doing that for weeks during this whole time. I just had the urge to just clean out my closets and just throw away and get rid of all this clutter. I've been living in the same place for about 5 or 6 years now. So just imagine the things I have collected during that time. Fans that don't even work no more. Like, why are they still in here? So, I was just throwing that type of stuff out, cleaning through it. But I looked back to see when I quit, so I could kind of see everything that had transpired and what was going on in my life and how it all coincides with the notes that I wrote. So I went back, and so my last post here when I talked about chapter 3 was March 3rd, 2025. So I had just got back from Atlanta. So I was traveling a lot during this period of time, so that threw me off. I went to Atlanta, went to go see my friend. I just went to go hang out. I used to live in Atlanta. Atlanta was such an important place to me. It was really where I felt a lot of healing. In Atlanta, it was really a time where I was able to be to myself and really find myself. In Atlanta, I got into meditation then, and I got into yoga a lot being down there, and it brought me a lot of clarity on who I was and who I was becoming. So, I always got a special place in my heart for Atlanta. I always have. So I just went to go visit, hang out, kick it, had a great time, right? I was still being consistent in the gym. I want to say this too. So like I said, even though I did not complete my artist way, I was still consistent in my life, showing up for myself. That next weekend, 3/7, I went to Houston. Okay, I went for the rodeo. Had a great time. Went to go see Bun B. So just all of that really threw me off, because every time I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do it when I get back. Oh, I'm going to do it when I get back. And it never happened. Okay. But during this time as well, so for the month of March, I had did a 31-day run of content every single day on my TikTok, and I made myself so proud, because I have never posted every day for 31 days. So I just talked about bartending, and I gave out a lot of good knowledge. And right now, that run that I did in March has been setting me up right now, because it's still going good right now. And it's actually picking up more speed now too. On 311, I saw that I wrote about my car and how I wanted a new one, and I was just venting about how I'm just tired of putting money into this car, and cars are so expensive that I feel like they should last forever, right? Um, so this was realization for me when she says that most people tend to neglect or abandon the pages whenever an unpleasant piece of clarity is about to emerge. So things were about to emerge, y'all. Let me get into it, cause baby. Okay. Now, so I wrote about that on 311. On 315, I wrote about how my job was playing with me, and my supervisor was taking me off certain days that I had always worked. I usually work the same 3 days, just taking me off one of my regular days and not saying anything about it. So I'm looking at the schedule, and I didn't take the day off, but I see y'all, I no longer work Fridays, and I'm just like, huh? Mind you, I mean, you are the manager, whatever, do what you need to do that fits the needs of the facility. But my thing is, I've been there for 2.5 years. You could have talked to me. You could have told me ahead of time. So I'm not thinking that I'm working Friday and I see and I look and I'm not even on the schedule anymore. So I felt like that should have been a conversation to me first before you did that. But I wasn't mad at the decision. It was just, I felt like you could have talked to me about it. So I had wrote about that. And then I had wrote about all the crazy rules that they was making up. And if you're late 15 minutes, you're getting taken off the schedule. Like, girl, this is not that serious. So then March 25th, I went back to Houston. I took my son for spring break. We had a ball out there. My brother, he lives in Houston, so we went to visit him and we just, kicked it out there. So again, I kept putting it off because I have been traveling a lot during this time. Again, no excuse, but I'm just saying. So then, April 5th is when I quit my job. So the story time is on TikTok. I'm not really going to go into the whole story here, but basically in a nutshell, I asked for help and I was refused help from 2 of my managers, and then they tried to write me up for it. And I wasn't feeling that, because that's what you're not going to do. You're the manager. I came to you for help because I needed help at that time. But like I said, if y'all want to watch the story time, y'all head over to my TikTok and watch that. I planned on quitting, but I planned on quitting in maybe like June or something like that. I said, I'm going to give it a couple more months just to kind of stack my money up. But during that shift is when I had made my decision. So it was a kind of yeah, this is it. Especially after they had wrote me up. I said, yeah, this is it. I don't want to work anywhere that I don't feel supported. Then, y'all, something else crazy happened to me too. So April 16th, my damn car caught on fire. Yep, the car that I was writing about, it caught on fire, babe. I had a 2016 Hyundai Sonata. I picked up my son from school, and I saw that once I picked him up and I came out on the street by the light, I seen it was smoking a little bit. So I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? So I turned down the street and I'm like, should I try to make it home, or is my car overheating? Like, what's going on? But when I looked at the temperature gauge, it was still normal. So when I was coming to the next light, I seen it still smoking a little bit. It wasn't a lot. So I'm like, well, let me pull into this gas station and, let me just turn the car off. So I pull in, something told me don't park by the pump. So I went in, pulled into the parking space, and I told my son, I'm like, get out, grab your stuff, let's go in, and let's, call for the fire department or something, like call for help. So before I could even get the attendant's attention, somebody had walked in. I guess they were coming in for gas, and they was like, there's a car on fire. Oh my God. Y'all, I couldn't believe it. It was my car. I knew they was talking about my car because it was smoking just a couple minutes ago, right? So I'm going to insert some pictures so y'all can see. But again, all of that is on my TikTok if y'all really want to see the whole story. But a lot had transpired during that time. And that really just showed me, what did I write down? I wrote, make way for new clear space. I'm grieving my old self, but growing is kind of beautiful. I feel like I'm being born again. Lots of tears and lots of laughter. You may be temporarily without a vehicle, just keep walking. Dreams will get clearer. And I also had a realization of that I need to surrender, that I needed to let God just take the wheel. That I know he got my back and I know it's something better for me. And I wanted a new car, right? But I had to clear the space in order for me to get the new car. Did I expect it to catch on fire? No, I didn't. Okay. I feel like that was very dramatic of God to do that. Okay. But I laugh now. And even though in that situation, like I felt like I was calm then. Like during the whole situation, I was literally calm because there was nothing I could do. But I did feel like a sense of peace. And I had to hold this together because my son was there too. So it's like, it is what it is. So by the grace of God, like a week later, my insurance, they did their thing, okay? About a week later, they had cashed me out for my vehicle and I got a new one. So I have a new car, way newer than what I had. Lots of different features. It's a really cute car. I feel like it fits me. So I had to just clear space and allow things to come in. But during this time, I also just felt like I was going crazy. I felt like, what am I doing? Like, God, what are you doing? Like I said, I felt like I had to just let God take the wheel. I had to sit in the passenger seat. Also, during this time, I had a dream that my friends came to pick me up and they pulled in the driveway. And as I was walking to the car, all of them sat in the back because it was a girl in the front. My friend Jeray was driving. She still stayed in the driver's seat, but the girl that got in the front, the girl that was sitting in the front went to the back with the other girls, and they left the front seat open for me. So I got in and I sat down, and I can't remember everything else that happened in that dream, but to me that was just like symbolism of God saying, you sit tight. You sit tight in this passenger seat, and I got this. I don't need you to control everything. I just need you to surrender. And during that whole, like, that time period of me going through all these things, I literally just had to surrender. I had to surrender my job because I knew that I had to quit because I could not allow them to play with me like that. I couldn't. I worked too hard. I did a lot for them. Okay. And I used to hold it down. So it's just like, I won't be accepting that type of treatment from anyone. And you should never accept that type of treatment from anyone, especially your job. It's millions of those, okay? So I had to surrender my job. I had to surrender my car, my vehicle, in order for all this new stuff to come in. So what have I been doing in the meantime? So I have really been focusing in on my business. So I have cocktail classes. I just had a Cowboy Carter cocktail class when Beyonce was just here in Chicago, and it sold out. It did really well. What else have I been doing? I've been working on my new ebook that should be coming out soon, and it's just giving out all the different streams of income and how you could turn bartending into a bag and into a brand. I just tell y'all all these different ways: cocktail classes, brand ambassador, content creator, just the different ways you could take it just from besides being a mobile bartender. I've also been pushing my other one, how to become a bartender with no experience. So that was my thing. That's how I became a bartender. I didn't have any experience. I lied, okay? So that's what I've been doing. That's my chapter 4. And y'all don't be mad at me that it's late. But it's better late than never, right? So if y'all watching, if y'all coming along with my journey, I appreciate y'all for watching and supporting me. And even that time too, my YouTube was still growing. I'm at what, 300 followers now, and I feel like I'm documenting all of this because I'm gonna look back when I have like 30,000 followers and I'll be like, oh, I remember when I first got my 300. So thank y'all for coming along for the ride. And if you're doing the Artist Way chapter 4, like, let me know how it's going for you. If you're following along, I do encourage everybody to do this. Like, I will tell anybody, please do the Artist Way. So June, I'm really finna go hard for June. So I should be cranking out the content, and I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok if y'all want to see, about my car and about me quitting my job because I got the story times on there. But all right, y'all. Good night.